What's up, curl crew? Welcome back to my channel, The Rachel Hodge. Today I'm spilling all my secrets on how I achieve this gorgeous twist out and giving you some tips if you want to try this style out too.
Freaking excited!
Jumping right in, we're going to be doing this style on stretched hair. So to prep my hair for the blowout, I am using Color Wild's Money Mist leave-in conditioner. It's super lightweight and it contains heat protection, which is perfect because we want our hair to stay moisturized as we blow it out and we want to keep our curls protected. I'm blowing out my hair with the Dyson Airwrap, and yes, we love her around here, okay? You will be seeing a lot of her. I didn't wind up actually doing this twist out until a full day later. I realized I was running super late for another event, so I had to rush and throw my hair into a low ponytail, and because of that, I applied gel to my hair and I needed to get rid of that gel, but I did not want to wash my hair, so I pulled out some dry shampoo and started spraying at the roots to try and get rid of it. I'm using Olaplex dry shampoo and it actually works really well at eliminating my prior styling products, but if you can, try to do this style on freshly blow dry hair because trust me, your results will look so much better, especially if you do not have a dry shampoo. Now let's go ahead and talk about the tips you need for a successful twist out. Make sure that when you section your hair, you keep your parts clean. This will make it much easier to make those neat and defined twists. Make sure you use a styling product that will give you hold and definition without weighing down your hair. Today I'm using Pattern's mousse. I usually prefer this mousse for wash and go, but this still did a pretty decent job for this twist out. It is slightly sticky and I like to use this more on wet hair than blown out hair, but we made it work. Now, if you don't know how to flat twist at all, please let me know in the comments. This is a quick overview, so I'm just going to give some more tips on that. You do want to start the twist by splitting the section into 2 equal parts, and then you're just going to start twisting it down almost like a braid, but instead of 3 parts, we only have 2 parts. You twist your hair by holding one section of your hair between your thumb and forefinger, and then you just begin twisting the hair away from your face by crossing the front section over the back section. Make sure you keep the twist close to your scalp as you go down, and then you just continue twisting and adding hair. You repeat that twisting motion, adding more hair to each section as you go down your scalp. If you keep your tension consistent, it'll ensure a smooth and even twist out. Also, think of using your pointer finger as a comb as you go to split the hair and then add that split into your twist. Try to keep those added pieces of hair as almost like neat parts, because the neater you keep this, the neater your takedown is gonna be. Now, here's where we get different than the traditional flat twist. When you get to the ends of your hair, you're actually going to clip a piece of your hair away, add some more mousse to your hair, and you're gonna quickly begin to roll your hair. You gotta work fast, because if you're adding mousse to a stretched hairstyle, it may start to revert. So the key here is to catch your hair before it reverts. I also added some oil over the mousse. I added the Olaplex bonding oil because I really wanted to make sure my hair was not going to be frizzy, especially since I'm working on a day 2, a old blowout hairstyle, kind of old. If your ends still feel a little puffy or frizzy, don't be scared to add some more mousse. You really want your ends to be so smooth. And then you just take your flexi rod and begin rolling it up. I like to add a little bit more mousse after I have the ends of my hair wrapped around the rod. This just really makes sure it's smooth and controlled, because if I tried to add too much mousse without that flexi rod on, it would have made my hair way too curly. So sometimes it's easier for me to pump some mousse on my ends, and then once I begin to wrap my ends around the flexi rod, I add a tad bit more mousse. So remember to add the mousse, smooth, comb it through for some even distribution, and it'll also help smooth out any like hairs that try to act up, and immediately begin wrapping your hair. Do not wait, do not text anybody, don't do anything else, because once you put that mousse on, if you don't start wrapping within a few seconds, you're gonna wind up with a puff.
Oh no!
The overall goal here is just make sure when you're doing this style, keep everything neat. You want these twists from the parts to how you section your hair to the way you add in hair. Try to keep it all neat because it will make your takedown much easier. And I'm just gonna show you how I did my twist one more time before speeding things up, so don't worry. My ends aren't wild, which is why I can like roll it like this. Otherwise, if you have like very wild bad ends, you're gonna need to tuck your ends in and roll on top of it instead. And y'all, make sure you troubleshoot any rogue pieces. So you see like this first piece, when I first did this one part right here, I didn't put enough mousse on it, and I could see that my ends were puffing and I did not like it. So I went back in to add some more mousse and then re-roll that curl again. So pay attention. If you see your flexi rod, your hair on your flexi rod, and it's puffing out and it looks a bit frizzy, you might need some more mousse. So just go re-roll that in. Make sure it sits smoothly on the rod. If it sits smoothly on the rod, it will dry smoothly. Another important note is that I only add a small bit of mousse to the roots of my hair. I add just enough to try and give it some shine and hold. And then I focus majority of the mousse on the ends of my hair because I'm gonna quickly wrap it up. If you put too much mousse on your roots as you're twisting down, remember that's more than a few seconds. So the longer you wait to set your hair with mousse, the quicker it will puff. And you don't want anything to get puffy. So just a little bit on the roots, enough to give some hold and shine, and then add more to the ends of your hair so it can be really smooth, so you can have that nice smooth blowout look. And if you're not going for the like soft bouncy blowout look, then you can add more mousse to it. You just keep your twist tight and make sure you give yourself more time to sit under the dryer so it is 100% dry. I did 4 twists on each side of my head for a total of 8 twists, and then I went and sat under the dryer for about an hour and a half. The key to this is to make sure your hair is 100% dry. If you're doing this at night, try to sit under the dryer for at least 30 minutes if you have thick hair, and then you can go to sleep and let it air dry the rest of the night. However, it is essential to make sure your hair is 100% dry before taking down your hair. Personally, even if I'm doing my hair at nighttime, I'm going to sit under that dryer until it's completely dry before I go to sleep. We are finally done. I'm just going to do 2 things here. I'm going to spray my hair with my heat protectant. Then I'm going to actually add some water to help set my hair. We're going to go sit under the dryer. And we are finally ready for the takedown. And for this, I carefully remove each one of my flexi rods. Now, here's another important step. Do not skip this step, y'all. Make sure you apply oil to your hands. I love using the Olaplex No. 7 bonding oil because it does help to lay down frizz and gives me extra shine. I use it for all of my wash and goes and any of my set styles where I'm trying to reduce frizz. Now, as I separate my curl, I wrap this section back around my finger, and this helps to smooth down any frizz you may have while you're separating those curly pieces. And having the right oil is really the magic trick for this hairstyle because as you can see, some of these pieces do have frizz on it, but once I add my oil back to my hair and on my fingers, it really helps to seal my cuticle and lay that frizz right on back down, okay? That's the only thing around here we gonna keep down. Other than that, we on the up and up. And my last tip for your takedown is take your time, okay? Don't go rushing, pulling, being all harsh with it. No. You didn't take all that time doing this style just to rush the takedown because your takedown is just as important as the install. So take your time, separate, wrap. Separate and wrap right around your finger, and that's gonna put that frizz down. And ladies and gentlemen, and that is how I do my flat twist out. Some people may call this a twist and curl, but I simply refer to it as a stretched flat twist that gives me a blown out look. And if you want to, you can spray some hairspray on your hair for extra hold. I don't do that, but you are more than welcome to do it if you want your hair to last longer. You can also grab a pick and fluff up your roots. This will help cover those parts that we previously had in our hair, and it helps to add volume back into the hair because we don't do any flat hair around here. Also, if you're wondering how this style would look on type 4 hair, I did this exact style with the same tips that I just gave you on my mom's type 4 hair, and the results still came out gorgeous. Alright, curl crew, now I hope y'all found this video helpful, so thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, or if you have any questions, let me know. Let's meet and talk in the comments. And if you aren't a part of the curl crew, baby, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. Alright, until next time, we'll be covering more hair tutorials and beauty reviews. I will see y'all soon. Mwah.